Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please put a number 1 in the chat. Please put a number 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, family. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into today's show. Okay. Great. Awesome. Shout out to everybody. Salute to everybody that's in the building. And of course, we're back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs to see who's in the chat room. I'm going to shout everybody out. But make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share today's show because we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. Shout out to our sponsors. As y'all know, this channel is sponsored by Alpha Juice Co. If you would like to taste my favorite late night text along with a myriad of other great flavors of this Alpha Juice, you can easily click the link that's in the comment section, or you can get down in the description box and click the link and use my promo at your checkout. Use my promo at your checkout and get a discount off on your Alpha Juices. Shout out to the peoples over there at Alpha Juice Co. And shout out to all of the visionaries in the building. Shout out to Junior Ali. He said, I got to catch the replay. Salute my brothers. Salute. What's good, Akoma? What's good? We're going to get into that, man. We're going to get into that. Shout out to Miss Queena in the building. Always coming through and holding down the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton, in the building. Salute. Hey, what's up, Lynette? Good to see you. Salute to you. Salute to Self University. Salute, bro. Let's see who else is up in the building. Shout out to Alonzo Hall. Salute. Yaquaiba. Salute. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, in the building. Salute, my brother. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the clouds. Shout out to everybody in the clouds as well. Like I said, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share today's show. Make sure you share today's show. Shout out to Jeff Reviews in the building. Salute, Cuzzo. Good to see you. I appreciate your support, as always. New Millennium, welcome. And y'all see today's show. Black men has made failure look good. Hey, Mona. Good to see you, love. Oh, we've made failure look good, man. We've made failure look good. And I have to speak on this situation again because they finally put the video out of what happened to the brother Takeoff. And I watched the video. I watched it on TMZ. And I would not share the video because you know TMZ, they don't play no games. But when I watched the video, I had to speak on this today because that whole situation, from what I saw, could have been avoided. It could have been avoided. It really could have. I mean, most people would just think that, oh, it's a dice game. You know, why would people die over dice? But see, me growing up in that type of environment, being around that type of stuff, there's always a problem that happens at the dice game. Always. Somebody get knocked out at the dice game. Somebody get slapped at the dice game. Somebody get robbed at the dice game. Somebody get shot at the dice game. Somebody get hit in the head with a bottle at the dice game. Somebody gets killed at the dice game. So in the hood, when niggas are playing dice, shit happens. Shit happens. But see, it got to come a time where you don't put yourself around certain shit. And this is what we're going to talk about today. Because it seems like, what's up, Dice? What's going on? It seems like brothers have not or choose not to go around certain shit that they don't have to deal with anymore. And this is why I'm saying black men has made failure look good, because how do we want to get out the hood, leave the hood, leave the dysfunction, and we get a chance to get out of it, and we make enough money to stay out of it and to stay away from it. But it just seems like we actively run back to the shit that we wanted to once be away from. This is why I say, y'all always hear me say, we got to heal before we build. This is why they say you could take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. Why? Because everywhere you go, there you are. These niggas was shooting dice at a private party with a bunch of rich niggas. See, so what could we learn from this, black men? That when black men get rich as rappers, athletes, all of this shit, niggas still participate in hood shit, in broke nigga shit. This is why we make failure look good, because remember, we equate the hood with failure. We equate the hood with being broke. But niggas get a chance to leave the hood, make enough money to stay out of it. But look what we do. Look at what we do, man, as men. And they always say a dog always returns to its throw up. We got to stop doing this shit, brothers. We bringing the hood with us. And not just our homeboys, but the mentality, the activities. Why are we playing dice for our money? We millionaires. We rich niggas. We rich niggas. If me and my homies is rich, we not meeting up with each other to take each other's fucking money. See, that's what that is. If you rich, I'm rich, and all of us that's around each other are rich. Hey, Miss Angie, good to see you. If we're all rich, why are we meeting up to gamble each other's money with each other, against each other? Why? Why? Me and my brother Ronan rich. Why the fuck are we meeting up gambling against each other? Yo, how much you got? How much you got? Nigga, we just struggled together to get these millions. We just struggled together to get these millions. Now we're going to gamble against each other so somebody could feel some type of way? Come on, brothers. We got to start thinking. We got to start thinking. What happened to a rich nigga thinking? You niggas get money and get retarded. And this is how we're making failure look good. Because even with the money, even with the education, even with all of this shit, look how black men still look in the media. Look at the decisions we still make. Look at the dumb shit we still take part in. If y'all niggas won't go back to y'all block and gamble with niggas and play dice with niggas, why would you go somewhere else and do it? Why are you even still playing dice, period, if you're not in the casino? And see, the problem is niggas justify the shit. Oh, well, why we can't play dice? Oh, well, what's wrong with that? And da-da-da-da-da. And niggas try to justify it until somebody die. See, why does it have to take a funeral for niggas to realize that they've been moving wrong? Huh? Why? Why does it take that level of loss? Because I see that this is what wake niggas up. Death. Death wakes a lot of people up, man. You see? See, because when I watched that video, Takeoff is dead because of his uncle. Literally. Because when I watched the video, niggas start arguing. Takeoff was talking shit. And he said out of his mouth, verbatim, he says out of his mouth, let me get up out of here before I end up hurting the nigga. Now, before he said this, and y'all could go find the clip, the TMZ clip. Like I said, I'm not going to play it because they're not going to monetize the stream. TMZ is going to, they want that. So, before he said that, while they were arguing, while Quavo was arguing with the nigga he was gambling with, Quavo man, this is all on camera. His man already pulled his gun out. His man had his gun in his hand while Quavo was arguing. While he was arguing with the dude, Quavo homeboy drew his gun. Hey, what's up, Raven? Good to see you. And what's up, Kimmy? And right then and there, when I saw that, I said, therein lies the problem. There lies the problem right there. Hey, Tanisha, good to see you. There lies the problem. So because black men are arguing, because my man arguing, I'm going to pull my gun out for what? Why am I drawing my gun? See, this goes back to what I spoke on yesterday's show. How black men, we don't know how to solve a problem. We have poor problem solving and conflict resolution skills. See, all Quavo homeboy was thinking, excuse me, not his homeboy. They're saying that that's his brother. They're saying that that's Quavo's brother. Migo Bands, the nigga who first let the first shot off in the video. First thing, and this is why, and shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan and FMP Nation. This is why we did the podcast Half of a Man, where we broke down how black men are only taught to protect and provide. Because in this situation, Quavo brother is there to protect them. Right? But being that he has poor problem-solving skills, he doesn't understand that part of protection is prevention. So before we escalate to deadly force, we try to prevent the problem. And that was, in that video, nobody really tried to do that. Nobody really tried to do that. Tom Malone, salute, bro. No one tried to prevent it from escalating to somebody dying. And this is why I say we make failure look good. Because even with all the money and all of that shit, we still don't know how to act and behave as men. We still don't know how to talk to one another. We don't know how to get along with each other. It's always a fucking problem with each other. It's always a problem. There's never no harmony. There's always an issue. Somebody always feeling some type of way in their feelings about something. And it's like, we can't calm it down. As men, that's a problem. We got to understand this. We're so quick to act out of order and act chaotic. That is not the behavior of a man. I'm not ready to kill no other man because me and him get into a disagreement. I'm not that extreme in my mind. See? Your first line of protection is kill. No, the first line of protection is supposed to be prevention. How could we stop this before somebody dies? You see, we're not taught those problem-solving skills. You see, which led to somebody dying and multiple other people being shot. And who's the face of all of this? Black men. See, we got to remember, it's still a spiritual war. You see? So what is at the forefront of this? What is at the forefront of this? Negative media portrayal. Black men still not being able to get along. Black men still killing each other. Even once they get money, they still kill each other. That's what's being shown. This is why I named today's show, Black Men Has Made Failure Look Good. Because we have. Niggas go get all this money, get all this prestige, and still do what? Get killed at dice games. Because a nigga don't know what to say out his mouth. Quavo, you know you in a whole nother city. Now mind you, Quavo's the leader of the Migos. He's the leader. He's the leader. Look what he did. Look what flaccid leadership grants you. Somebody dies on your watch. His nephew died on his watch. His nephew was dead because of him. Because of the shit that came out of his mouth. Because once Quavo, and y'all could go watch the video. Like I said, I can't play it. You know how TMZ is. So if you go and watch the video, Quavo, when Quavo said out his mouth, let's get up out of here before I hurt somebody, the dude who he was arguing with punched Quavo. And when dude punched Quavo, Quavo brother, who had his gun out already, fired shots. Then them dudes returned fire. That's when Takeoff hit the ground. Because see, once Migo Bands let his shots off and them dudes start shooting back, Migo Bands ran. It's on camera. He ran. When them dudes start returning fire, he ran. Takeoff got hit. You see? It's in the video. So who's responsible for Takeoff's death? Quavo. Quavo, you're responsible for your nephew getting killed. Because you can't keep your mouth shut, nigga. You one of them niggas that get some money and start running this. You one of them cute niggas. That's why your nephew in a body bag. That's why your nephew dead, nigga, because of this. Because you want to keep doing all this. See, I learned a long time ago, this will get you put in a coffin fast, real fast. Real fast. Doing all this, and you in those niggas city. You in Houston. You in they city. Gambling with them, talking shit to them, and got your nephew killed. Man, let me get up out of here before I hurt somebody. Dude took off on him. Who gonna get hurt? And then his brother starts shooting, and then they start shooting. Why you couldn't just walk away, Takeoff? Why you had to say you gonna hurt somebody? You ain't gonna hurt nobody. Y'all gonna fuck around and die. Y'all in somebody else's city. What you mean you gonna hurt somebody? You gonna die. You gonna fuck around and die. And that's what they tried to do. They tried to kill y'all. And they killed Takeoff in the process. Because of your mouth. Because of your mouth. See, this is what happens when dudes don't know how to move around. They don't know how to conduct themselves as men. See, don't think because you get you some money and you famous, you then could walk around and disrespect other men because you may think they ain't got as much money as you. They'll take your life, nigga. They'll take your life. This is why me and my brother created Foundational Manhood Podcast. Because we got to talk about the root of shit. The basics of manhood, like respect, like watching your mouth when you're talking to another man. Shit like that. Because it seems like the black men of today forgot those foundational principles. Those basics, those 101 things. You know, niggas get some money and think they ain't got to respect nobody until they get killed. And then everybody's a hater. No, he disrespected a man and lost his life. That's not called hating. That's called manhood, nigga. Niggas been getting killed for disrespecting another man. It don't matter if he had money or not. And this is the problem that we have today with our men. It's too much men putting mixed messages out there. No, first of all, if a man is not operating on the basics, you can't even respect a man. Then you're not a man. You see? We got to go back to the 101 shit. Not all of this glamorous shit that they threw into the game. Because see, Takeoff is dead because of a simple principle. But see, today, black men don't operate off principles. Black men are so quick to lose sight of what principles are. We forget that. And then we wonder why niggas are dead. Quavo, you are not a leader. You are a horrible leader. You're horrible. You're horrible. You let your nephew get killed on your watch. Why? Because you couldn't control your emotions. You didn't know how to read the room. You forgot you was in somebody else's city around a whole nother set of different niggas? Huh? You forgot? You forgot that's a private party? So they all got guns? Or you ain't care about that because you Quavo honcho. You the big honcho. And your nephew is dead because of that. Your nephew dead because of your mouth, boy. How many times we saw this in the hood? A dude homeboy get killed because of some shit that his man's involved with. This happens. See, you got to understand when you win a leadership position that you're responsible for the people around you. So the shit that you say and the shit that you do affects not only you, but the people that's behind you. See, this is what Quavo didn't know. See, Quavo think he the leader because he make the most money. You see why? You see why we have the Foundational Manhood podcast? Shout out to my brother. You see why? Because in Quavo's mind, he's the head honcho because he makes the money out of the crew. But we just showed why he's not a fucking leader. He just proved it. 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 Why you're not a leader? For one, you can't control what come out your mouth. That's number one. What come out your mouth will put all of your team in danger. And that's what happened. You put your whole team in jeopardy. That's not a leader. No. That's the last thing the leader wants to do, is to put his people in jeopardy. He'd rather put himself in harm's way and make sure everybody else safe. Y'all good? Let me go out here and deal with this shit. See, but Quavo didn't do that. Quavo thought somebody's supposed to respect his money and respect that he's Quavo from the Migos. Real men don't care about that. I don't give a who's Quavo. I don't give a fuck about no Quavo. We all men over here. I don't give a fuck about. We'll kill Quavo. See, that's how men get down. We don't give a fuck about no Migos. We will kill y'all. And that's what they tried to do. When are we going to wake up and stop dilly-dallying with this shit? Playing around with other men. Playing with your life. We was just out in California. I had dudes, and shout out to those brothers, because I respect those brothers for, hitting me and my brother up and just just giving us some game. Like, yo, don't wear that hat. Don't do this. Don't do that. Be careful when you go over there. Even though shout out to our gangster tour guide, Mona. She was our gangster tour guide. She made, she's the OG, so she made sure we was good. But besides that, we wore what we wanted to wear. You know why? Because everywhere we move with respect. We moving around like grown men that got somewhere to go and got some shit to do. We ain't moving around like some young niggas that want to be seen on the strip. Oh, look at my hat. Look at us. We don't move like that. So we had zero problems. Zero. That's right, Tanisha. Because I met you that day as well. That's right. Because we know how to move. We know how to move. You see? And see, other people who are watching from the shadows, they see that. They see that. Yeah, you was our gangster tour guide, Mona. OG. You see? You see what I'm saying? But you the leader, Quavo. Now, Quavo, you the leader, and you got your whole team in the line of fire. Quavo could have got all of them killed. Literally. He could have got them all killed. Literally, he could have got his whole team murdered. Not knowing how to be a leader. Thinking that money makes you the leader by default. See, this is what niggas think. Oh, I'm the leader because I got the best car. I got the most expensive car. I got the most money. So niggas supposed to listen to me. And look what happens. Niggas die. Because we listening to the money man. Somebody dead. Because we listen to the honcho, Quavo. First of all, you like 5 feet. Second of all, you're not even militant to be the leader of nothing. You just a cute nigga who trying to impress all the girls in the spot. Trying to find who you gonna buy a Birkin bag for. But see, these are the niggas they put in leadership positions. So when they ready to kill and wipe us out, it's easy. It's easy because you got a nigga like Quavo Honcho as your leader. And look what happens. He got his nephew killed. And a few other people shot too. See, you see what golden boy leadership grants you? See, because you got to remember, out of the Migos, Quavo's the golden boy. Takeoff was the one initially nobody paid attention to. You see? Quavo was always the leader. Offset was the live wire. The one who gave the Migos they street cred. It was Offset. Takeoff was the golden boy, the leader. He's the Omarion out of the crew. What's up, Felicia? Good to see you. Mr. A, salute, Mr. A. He was the golden boy out the crew. He was the Justin Timberlake. See? See, they made him the leader because he was the cute one. But look what happens. Mr. A said, we seen how Quavo handled that elevator situation. He don't seem built like that. Raven says, a good leader doesn't jeopardize his people, even at the cost of his pride and ego. A good leader dismisses emotionalism and makes decisions that are sound and swift, especially in situations like that, of course. But when you have a golden boy in leadership position, somebody dies. Somebody dies. Tone says you could tell Takeoff was a wise young brother. Yeah, because he stayed out the way. Dion, salute my brother. That's right. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. If you in the building, hit the like button. Shout out to everybody too. Jew Bean says, Quavo, tell me you had a father growing up. Shout out to D's. What's good, D's? D says some say it was a blood sacrifice for new heights in the devil's kingdom. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying it was a sacrifice. A lot of people are saying that. What's good, Mace? Shout out to the OG Mace in the building. Salute. He's still a man. To a man, dressing up is supposed to be attracted to a lady. Yeah, we all hate it, Kimmy, because it's, listen, black men dying frivolously like that, man, should be a problem to all of us. There's no reason why we should still be losing our multi-million-dollar black men who can actually influence the next generations to die over dumb shit. We should all have a problem with this. As black men, we should have a problem with this. Because when niggas get out the hood, niggas still die from hood shit. That's not a problem for y'all? That's not a problem? For sure it is. For sure it is. Dion says no sacrifice, wrong place, wrong time. That's what it looked like to me. When I saw the video, that's the way it looked to me. When I saw that video. For sure. When are we gonna say enough is enough? When we stay in the hood, we die. When we leave the hood, become prominent in a profession, we still get killed and slaughtered like the hood niggas that we once were. See, the only people who can change that is us, black men. The only one who can remove that stigma is us. By how we move. By where we decide to show up to. By where we decide to hang out at. By who we decide to hang out with. I don't care if it's your birthday party. If I know some assholes are gonna be in there, me and my homeboys not gonna come. Me and my bros not showing up because we don't do well with assholes. And it might get ugly in there. So before that happens, guess what? We're not coming to your party. Okay? We're not coming. We don't care if it's your birthday and you want us there and we're not coming. Unless you want somebody to die. See, because that's just how extreme men are. That's just what it is. You see? And we always have to be prepared for it to go to that extent, which is a problem. Which is a problem. Which is a problem. So, being that the majority of black men don't want to address these types of issues, the ones that do, we have to stay away. Because we ain't gonna let y'all kill us. We ain't gonna let y'all beat on us and stomp us out and none of that shit. But we not coming to hurt nobody as well. But we trying to get back home just like you are, brother. So why don't we just respect that? Why don't we all respect the fact that we all trying to get home? We all trying to get home. Nobody want to be in the county jail and nobody want to be zipped up by a coroner. So let's go home, fellas. See, when are we going to get to that? When we begin to understand that we're our own agency, that black men don't have no agency. That when you kill another black man, not only have you just killed a black man who's been doing something, but you also killed off his potential to procreate. You see, we got to start thinking about this, brothers. As men, we got to start thinking about this. Okay, this man don't have no children, but what if he want to have some? I just took that chance from him. What if he had children? Now, I just contributed to the fatherless households in the black community. I just contributed to that because I killed their father. You see, we're not thinking like this. We're not thinking like this. No, we're not. Quavo, you weren't thinking like that. When you supposed to, because you're a leader. You're the leader of the crew. That was your nephew. He listened to you. He was there with you. You fucked up, Quavo. You failed. You failed. You did it. Your nephew's dead because of you, man. This happened on your watch. Not only did it happen on your watch, it happened because of you. Make sure y'all go follow the Foundational Manhood Podcast on Spotify, Google, Amazon Music. Make sure y'all go follow us, man. We have a show up there, When Men Fail Their Foresight. Now I'm going to touch on what you asked earlier, Akuma. Quavo didn't have any foresight. He didn't have any. Golden Boys usually doesn't. And I spoke on this in the Golden Boy series. Go to the playlist section and check out the Golden Boy Syndrome series. Out of the Migos, he's the golden boy. So he should have never been the leader because he don't know how to lead. People only listen to him because of his accolades. Oh, he sold records. Oh, he produced this. Oh, he had the best verse on that. So that makes you the leader? That makes you the leader? No, it doesn't. For one, if you lack emotional intelligence, you cannot lead. And when I'm speaking on emotional intelligence, I'm speaking on your own emotions. Are you in tune with your own emotions? See, a lot of times when I first brought up emotional intelligence, y'all thought I was talking about learning the emotions of other people. No, That's after. That's after. That's after. Are you in tune with your own emotions? See, Quavo wasn't. That's why he couldn't read the room when he started getting hyped. Like, hold on, we outnumbered. Let me calm down. For we dying here. We in Houston. Let me chill. Let me take this L and let's get up out of here, y'all. Yo, it was nice meeting y'all. Yeah, you got my money, dude. That's what's up. We up out of here. See, he lacked emotional intelligence in that situation. Because Quavo think because he's Quavo the honcho, the rich guy, he could talk shit to anybody. See, the lack of emotional intelligence. Because when he gets upset, he just flies off at people. This is what he does. You see? So that's the first step, the leadership. Do you know what upsets you? What's going to drive you over the deep end? See, because if you understand that, then you'll know how to move in situations when they get hostile like that. See, in that situation, he's supposed to put a smile on his face. That's what's up, homie. We out, y'all. You see? But the lack of emotional intelligence is why not only did he get punched in his face, not only did he almost die, but his nephew got killed. And he got other innocent bystanders shot as well. You see? You see? You're not even aware of how you are in hostile situations. So how do you know how to protect others in a hostile situation? See? This is why I named today's show Black Men Has Made Failure Look Good. See, we've made it look good. We made it look good, man. And this is a sad situation. This is a situation that we need to actually be studying. But we're not. We're not. Of course we're not. What's good, GQ? Tom Malone says facts. Facts. Lose the battle, but win the war in the long run. Exactly. Akuma says, I paid attention to Friday. Always live to fight another day. Right. That's what Pops told him. Yep. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon. He sure did. Queena says, this is going to haunt him for a long time. I believe it will. I believe it will. Felicia says, he was just not thinking, shaking my head. How you mad about some money and you rich and got clout? Shaking my head. It goes back to the lack of emotional intelligence. That's what it goes back to. It doesn't, he's not thinking about how much money and clout that he has. He's not caring about that. He's in his feelings. So he's not gauging the situation and how that shit can create what happened. He wasn't thinking about that. The lack of emotional intelligence can get everyone around you killed. Oz says, but what about the person who pulled the trigger? It would be so devastating if we found out Takeoff was killed by his own crew due to stray bullets. Well, you know, they got a bunch of different stories. These hip hop bloggers sites and all of that, they switch the story as shit come out. So I'm speaking from the video, and when I saw the video, Takeoff didn't get shot by no stray. Takeoff got shot by those dudes when they returned fire at Migo Bands because Quavo and them dudes shot first. Migo Bands. He shot first. Is on camera. He's shooting first. After Quavo got punched in his face, because he got punched. If y'all go and watch the video, he got punched. That's why you saw the camera when he went to walk away. He said, yo, man, come on, let's get up out of here before I end up having to hurt somebody. And you saw the camera flip. That's when shit got crazy. Dude punched Quavo. His man shot at them. They returned fire. During the return fire, dude ran on camera. You see Migo Bands, he ran. They ran back to find Takeoff laid down. Takeoff got shot by them dudes who was returning fire. That's who he got killed by. That's who he got killed by. And he got killed because of his uncle. And the way that his uncle run his ship. Because Migo Bands is one of their shooters. That was said too. You know, they done went through Instagram and found a bunch of pictures with Migo Bands and Quavo, showing that he down with them. You see, so this all falls on Quavo and his flaccid leadership. That's who this falls on. It falls on him. Because he could have de-escalated the situation or he could have just walked the fuck off. And he chose not to do either one. He chose to say something slick out his mouth and somebody died. And that person who died was his nephew. What's up, Taylor? Good to see you. GQ says they start talking boxing. Yeah, they started arguing. They was arguing, bro. They was arguing. And while they was arguing, if you pay attention, Migo Bands pulled his gun out. In the clip that I saw from TMZ, when Migo Bands pulled his gun out, they put the arrow on the gun being in his hand. They put the arrow on it. All of this shit could have been avoided if he ain't getting his feelings. It could have been avoided, man. Takeoff would have still been alive. He could have just walked off. But he had to talk shit. Because this is what niggas do until somebody die. Keep your mouth shut. Stop always running your mouth. Stop always running your mouth. Travis Rogers, salute, bro. This is what we got to learn. Yes, he was a gold. Bro, you know Quavo is the golden boy out the group. GQ, you know that. He's the golden boy. And the golden boy always got to talk shit and have the last word and be the cutest one. You know. And he almost died for that shit, man. Them dudes let hella shots off. A lot of shots went off. A lot. Felicia says, I heard them use the word friendly fire on the radio the following morning, and I was like, what does that mean? Damage control, perhaps? Well, from what I saw in the video, it didn't look like no friendly fire. It looked like Quavo. It looked like Takeoff got caught in the vicinity where them boys was returning fire. That's what it looked like to me. Because they had to run back to get to Takeoff. Because when them dudes start shooting back, they started running. You never saw Takeoff run because he got hit. See, he didn't run because he got hit. On the footage, you see Quavo and them running. You see Migo Bands run. On camera, you see Migo Bands run up, let his shots off, and then you heard them dudes return, and he ran. They ran. You ain't see Takeoff on camera. When shots start going off, Takeoff was not on the camera because he hit the ground. Now, before the shots went off, you saw Takeoff. You saw him. He was standing with Quavo in them. See? Because Migo Bands was talking to to Takeoff. He told him, like, yo, move out the way. I'm getting ready to let this thing off. It's on the footage. You see him talking to Takeoff. That's why Homeboy had enough room to shoot at them dudes. Because Quavo already put it out there to shoot at him. It was already put out there. You see? When them dudes fired back, they got up out of there. Takeoff got hit. Yeah. It's really that bad. Oh, you saw that video too, Queena. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Salute, bro. He said, not much, but brother needs brothers. Salute. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the super chat. Says Texas does have stand your ground law. Let's see how it turns out, especially if Quavo folks open fire first. Exactly. And just from the TMZ clip, he's guilty because they got him on camera, pull his gun out on camera. When he first pulled the gun out, TMZ put the arrow on the gun being in his hand. Then they put the arrow on him as he was shooting. He shot first. In the video, they shot first. Quavo and them shot first. Quavo's camp shot first. Them dudes returned. These are facts. From the video that I saw. So it's looking like they about to have a free body. Takeoff is a free body. Because nobody's going to jail. If anybody's going to jail, it's Migo Bands. If anybody's going to jail for shooting in a bowling alley. That's who's going to jail. Him. They got him on camera pulling the gun out, and they got him on camera shooting first. He's done. He's done. You know Harvey got FBI friends. You know Harvey don't play that. They're going to get Harvey gave that tape up. Come on, man. It's there. The proof is there. Yeah, what's some BS, bro? What's some BS, man? What's up, Sugar Bum? Taylor says, Migo Bands has always been uncouth. Yeah. They got Takeoff killed, man, doing dumb shit, man. They put that boy, that's foul, man. That's Texas out of all places. Come on, man. Come on. John Analyst, salute. John is a fool. You a fool, John. I appreciate that Cash App yesterday too, John. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, John a fool, Sugar Bum. Like not the prayer hands. But really, on all jokes aside, this situation, man, this situation should really wake dudes up in the industry. And young dudes who are trying to be rappers, who are running out here with an entourage, man, y'all need to pay attention to this. This situation is not nothing light. Pay attention to how this whole situation escalated into what it is now. Pay attention, young brothers. Y'all want to be in the music industry, right? Y'all want to run around with the goons and the goblins and all of that, right? Pay attention to this situation. Because sometimes, and this is what a lot of y'all young dudes don't understand, shooters get shot. Killers get killed. You see? So y'all may be running around with your little crew. Y'all got y'all little 2-3 little hitters with y'all. But what happens when somebody do something stupid and y'all start getting knocked down? What happens? And shots start going off and y'all ain't got no control or nothing. Then what? Then what? What happens when y'all outgunned? Like what happened in this situation? Only one of them had a gun. Why you think Migo Bands ran? Because he saw how many dudes was shooting at his ass. You in somebody else's city. Learn from this, fellas. Brothers, y'all got to learn from this. And we're going to speak more about this on the Foundational Manhood podcast. We're going to go more into the problem-solving element on how we can properly, resolve issues as men with one another, man. So somebody don't always have to die. Somebody don't always have to get embarrassed. Somebody always don't have to get hurt. We got to go through this shit. We got to talk about this. We have to create a code of conduct for us brothers, man. There's no reason why rich black men should easily be getting killed like this, man. For nothing. There's no reason for this. There's no reason. We've lost enough in the hood. Come on, man. When are we going to understand, brothers, that we're our own agency? If we understand that we're our own agency, conflict resolution has to definitely play one of the biggest parts, man. Shout out to my brother, the Black Man's Heart podcast. Salute, my brother. Good to see you, bro. See, and the reason why conflict resolution has to be at the top of the list is because we understand that we're dealing with mental health issues. So when you're dealing with a group of men who are suffering from mental health problems, they don't know how to properly resolve problems. We don't know how. We don't. We have to learn, brothers. And guess how we gonna have to learn? By dealing with each other. Stop running from each other and deal with each other. Stop holding back how you feel about a nigga and say it. Get it out. Because it's gonna come out another way. You got a problem with how a nigga move? Say something to him. Get down to the issue. Because if you hold it in, it's going to come out another way. It's going to come out in the form of violence. It's going to come out in the form of disrespect. It's going to come out the wrong way. See, brothers, we got to stop running from each other. We got to stop trying our best to avoid each other. No, nigga, we got to face each other. Just because I look you in your eyes, bro, don't mean I want to kill you. Don't mean I want to harm you. And we got to be able to develop that. We got to be able to look each other in the eyes and be honest. And because you give me constructive criticism, I don't now think you hate me. You see that? But brothers also have to come and don't bring the spirit of condemnation on his brother. See, because a lot of you niggas, when you come to your brother, you come to them condemning them. Well, nigga, this is what you need to be doing. And nigga, you ain't doing this. And nigga, you ain't doing that. And nigga, you should be doing this. See, that's not gonna properly resolve a problem that black men have. That's gonna create more problems. That's gonna make a nigga shut down and say, fuck you. And this is what we've been doing for too long. You see? This is what we've been doing. This is what we've been doing. And this is why we make failure look good. This is why we make it look good. That's why we make it look good. Bunch of rich, dumb black men gambling and killed each other. That's how that looks. Don't you know that that's how it looks to the world? That's how we show up in the world. Damn, these niggas rich and they still dumb. They still killing each other. That's how we show up. They still hate each other. After them talking about people hating on them, they still hate each other. I thought they did all of this to stop their chances of dying, but they still dying. They still killing each other. See, this is how we look to the world, black men. But we act like we can't see that this shit is horrific to us. Goddamn, we go get a bag and still get murdered like a broke nigga in the street. Nigga got killed at a dice game. Don't drug dealer niggas in the hood, don't that happen to niggas like that? But we move away from that and we still getting killed at dice games? Because niggas can't stop playing dice? Because niggas can't seem to grow out of certain shit? Huh? Because we're not working through that bullshit and leaving it where the fuck is at. All these niggas getting money, but they still doing broke nigga shit, like playing dice. Still doing broke nigga shit, but you a millionaire. See, we make failure look good. This is why they love us, brothers. This is why all the fashion brands, they love us. Because we make failure fashionable. We make it look good. Look at that nigga laying in a pool of blood and in a Mary jacket. Don't you see? Don't you see how they capitalize off our death? Hey, what's up, Mocha? Don't you see that? Look what happened when Trayvon Martin got killed. When Trayvon Martin got killed, the price of Hollister hoodies went up. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember they added an extra tax to the Arizona iced teas. Remember that? Remember? Everybody was eating sunflower seeds. Remember that? Huh? Remember? Remember? Now, whatever outfit that Takeoff had when he died, whatever fashion brand that is, niggas are gonna go find out and go buy all of their clothes because Takeoff died in one of their fits. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? No. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't. Shout out to my brother, shout to Slim. Salute, my brother. Appreciate your support, bro. Bro, I think they beating drug dealers killing now. Hey, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point. That's a good point. Good point. Raven says they make money and laugh when we slaughter our own people. Facts. Yup, Skittles too. Yup, Skittles too. See? But this is why we got to understand, brothers, that we're our own agency out here. See, Quavo didn't understand that. He thought the money was his agency, and his nephew was dead because of it. He thought the money was the agency. The money. He couldn't take the fact that he lost his fucking money. And he couldn't just walk away. Because he ain't no leader. His money is the leader. That's why he couldn't take losing it. And somebody lost their life. Somebody lost their life because you couldn't lose money, sucker. You couldn't take losing money, so somebody had to lose their life. What was yesterday's show? What was yesterday's show? Exactly. Make sure y'all go and check it out. And this is why I had to do today's show, because when I saw that video, I said, yo, man, I got to speak about this shit. This dude literally got his nephew killed and everybody else in harm's way. They all could have died. This shit is crazy. That's why when I saw the video, I'm like, nah, I don't think it was no friendly fire. I think Takeoff got hit by them other dudes' shots when they started returning. Because that's what makes sense to me. Because when Migo Bands let his shots off and them dudes start shooting back, Migo Bands and Quavo and the rest of them niggas, they ran. And you saw them run. But you never saw Takeoff run. You never saw him. You never saw him. After you saw Migo Bands talking to him that one time, you never saw Takeoff on camera again until he was on the ground. Until they had to run back. And we saw all the pictures of that because you didn't see that in the video. But in the pictures that they got, Takeoff and them, Quavo and them ran all the way back up there and found Takeoff laid on the ground dead. So I don't think it was friendly fire. Not at all. Right. Respect a black man's life. Yes, sir. That was yesterday's show. And how we don't respect our own life. And this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example. Thanks, Miss Angie. The link is right there. The link is in the chat room if you missed yesterday's show. Thanks, Miss Angie. Mr. A says, couldn't Takeoff without his money couldn't take off without his money and ended up losing Takeoff instead. It's sad. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah, they said it's friendly fire, Taylor. That was what they first said. You know, all these goddamn sites give you a bunch of mixed up shit. That's what they all do. Yeah, they said it was friendly fire. They saying that one of the bullets that he got hit with was supposedly from his camp's gun. But if you look at that video, you could tell. No way. Akuma says, I don't feel that threatened by another man to carry a gun. Some guys don't. Some guys don't. And I don't, it's great that you feel that way, Akuma. Because that means you bring good energy wherever you go. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Queen says, I knew you were going to do a video. John says, friendly fire was coined by the military. Sure was. It sure was. Sure was. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. If y'all enjoyed today's show, CashApp $SheepStaySleepTV. CashApp $SheepStaySleepTV is where y'all can go. I appreciate all the love and the support. Let me read a few more of y'all comments, and then we're going to wrap this show up. Akuma says, we need more people to say just chill and think for a second. Yes, we do. We do, and we need men to do it. We need men who are respected to do that, to step up and be like, nah. We do. But that's gonna take having level heads, man. Especially in situations like that. What's good, Jay Reed? Sugar Bum says, I think black men are definitely scared of each other. Yes, we are. We're terrified of one another because we think we're going to kill each other, man. Because we always have to deal with the constant threat of extinction, Sugar Bum. That is one of the 10 things that black men have to deal with on a daily basis. That's the constant threat of extinction. That's even from us exterminating us. So yes, we are afraid of one another. That's why we can't argue, stand in front of each other, argue, and then say, I love you and mean that shit. That's why we can't. Because of that fear, because of that paranoia. That's what it is. That's what it is, Sugar Bump. That constant threat of extinction. Mr. A says the problem is the just chill isn't celebrated. No one celebrated the maturity, the mature Jeezy, the maturity Jeezy showed in the versus battle. People would rather celebrate the ignorance. That's true, Mr. A. That's a fact. That is a fact. Because Jeezy definitely showed maturity and emotional intelligence when Gucci did that shit in the versus battle. Facts. And a lot of us definitely was like, oh nah, it would have went down. So you exactly right. Absolutely, Mr. A. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Mocha says ego has taken over common sense. Sure has. Akuma says, then we got to make sure we don't incite stupid situations within our own as well. Exactly. It's not as light as people make you. It's not as light as people make you think. We don't like police catching us alone. That's true. True indeed. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to all the visionaries. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show as always. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think of today's show. If you haven't yet, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Let's see what my brother, the Black Man's Heart podcast, had to say. He says, I got in here late, but was absolutely inspired to begin the process of healing with brothers in my own family. Shaking my head. Can't believe we've come this far and still don't see each other. Salute, King. Salute, my brother. Shout out to my brother, the Black Man's Heart podcast. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and follow my brother, the Black Man's Heart podcast. That's right, bro. We come this far and we still don't see each other. We don't. We don't, man. Hey, Zahara. Yeah, you're gonna have to catch the replay. You're gonna have to catch the replay. T Church, salute. T Church says ego means edging God out. Raven says brothers should always do a self-check-in, heated conversations and asks, is this really worth it? Great. That's a great question. That will definitely de-escalate shit. Is it really worth it? That's true. It's true. True indeed. True indeed. Thanks, Mocha. But shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate all the super chats. If you hit the Cash App, I appreciate all the Cash App donations as well. Don't forget, follow me and my brother, the Book of Ronan, the Foundational Manhood Podcast. The link to the podcast is down in the description box. Click that RSS link and you can follow us on all audio platforms, Spotify, Google, whatever audio platform you listen to, you can follow the Foundational Manhood Podcast. Just click that link and follow us. Also, click the other link in the description box and follow our YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe. We got about 10 to 11 episodes up. Go over there, check us out. But make sure you follow us on Spotify, Google, and all of those things as well. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to Alpha Juice Co. Make sure you get down and get some of this Alpha Juice, man. My favorite flavor, fellas, y'all know, is the late night text. You know, we all like the late night text. We all like to get a late night text, you know, and we like to slide around when we single and all of that. You know how that go, fellas. So when you get that late night text and you finish the drink, make sure you don't forget. Get you a box of condoms, man. Get you a box of condoms. So shout out to everybody in the building. Once again, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. You don't have to gun a nigga down over a disagreement. Facts. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.